hope you are staying safe by staying indoors in these challenging times. One of the questions I often hear is, should I be investing my money in debt funds, or should I just leave my money in bank fixed deposits or just in my bank savings account? And if I invest in a debt fund, what is the risk that I may actually lose my principal? I'm sure for some of you, these concerns were amplified in March when, for a few days, we actually saw almost all categories of debt funds giving negative returns for between 1 and 10 days. So let's take a look at what are the types of debt funds, how do they make their returns, and what are the sources of risk in a debt fund. Broadly, debt funds invest in securities issued by the government, called government securities, or securities issued by banks or companies. And they typically face two types of risks: interest rate risk or credit risk. Interest rate risk is the risk that the value of your fund will go up and down basis changes in the interest rates in the economy. When the interest rates in the economy go down, it actually makes the value of the bonds that your fund is holding higher because they're paying a higher interest rate than what is available in the economy today. And as a result, it results in a gain in the NAV. And vice versa, when interest rates in the economy go up, it results in the fall in the NAV of your fund. Now, this fall or rise in NAV is dependent on how long the maturity is of the papers that your fund is holding. So a fund holding a longer maturity paper is more sensitive to interest rate movements. For example, a liquid fund that only holds papers of up to 90 days maturity is far less sensitive to interest rate movements than, let's say, a bond fund holding government securities of 10 years maturity. And one often believes that there is no risk in government securities. While it's true that there is no risk of default in government securities, these securities are still exposed to interest rate risk. And credit risk. This is where a bond has invested in papers issued by a company or a bank, and that company or bank faces challenges in making timely repayment of principal or of its interest. Now, this risk can become evident in any company regardless of its rating, but generally a higher rating tells you that that bond or security has a higher perceived degree of safety than one with a lower rating. Now, even within credit risk, you have funds of two types. One, funds which only invested in highly rated papers. And these are funds that are oriented more towards safety than yield. And on the other hand, you have funds which invest across the rating spectrum and attempt to generate a higher portfolio yield. By looking at the portfolio yield and the rating profile of the portfolio, it is possible to understand and make an appropriate selection of the risk-reward equation of the fund and which fund best suits your needs. It is important not to select a debt fund purely by looking at the portfolio yield, because that only tells you about the reward part of the equation, but also to look at the portfolio composition so you can truly understand the risk in the portfolio. Generally, overnight funds are considered the safest funds because they invest in one-day papers and they have the lowest degree of risk in terms of default, but they also offer a commensurately lower return. On the other end of the spectrum, you might have long maturity government securities fund that have a relatively high interest rate sensitivity, or you can have funds that take active credit calls, and in these cases the potential reward is also much higher. And you have a variety of funds in between offering different risk reward equations that you can use to decide which fund to invest in basis your risk appetite. So if debt funds have all of these potential risks, then why should I even consider investing in a debt fund? It's a valid question that someone may ask. So let's look at some of the advantages of why one may want to consider a debt fund. First off, I think all of us know of the importance of asset allocation, which means it is rare that someone could put 100% of their money into a single asset class like equities and have that be an appropriate investment strategy for them. Therefore, debt funds help to bring a certain level of stability to your portfolio. Over long periods of time, debt funds have proven to be less volatile than equity funds. So therefore, the first point is that debt funds are an important part of your asset allocation. The second reason to consider debt funds is that they are a great way to construct a systematic transfer plan into equity funds. So So if you have a lump sum of money, but you don't want to deploy it into equity funds all in one go, you can put that money into debt fund and then start a systematic transfer plan from a debt fund into an equity fund. If you have a lump sum of money that you would like to withdraw from regularly in order to create a regular income stream for yourself, debt funds, which are generally, as I said, less volatile than equity funds, can also be a great way to construct a systematic withdrawal plan. Debt funds are generally suitable when you are investing for a shorter time frame, and when I say shorter time frame, this can be even up to 3 or 5 years, or when you are unsure of how long you can put this money away for, or when you would like to withdraw this money. So how should you go about choosing an appropriate debt fund for yourself? The first thing to know is for how long would you like to put this money away? So do you know the fixed amount of time? Is it a short period or a longer period? Are you willing to take any risk with this money? Meaning, are you okay with some potential loss in principal for a higher return, or is safety of principal paramount for you? Once you know your time horizon and your risk appetite, then it's important that you research some basic facts and features about the fund. So, where is the fund investing? Is it investing in government securities? Is it investing in securities issued by banks or companies? What is the rating profile of the funds? Is it holding highly rated papers, or is it holding papers across the credit spectrum? What is the duration of the fund? How long is the maturity of the papers that the fund is holding? What is the portfolio yield? Is the portfolio yield commensurate with the level of risk reward that you're looking for? And finally, what is the portfolio concentration? That means how big is each individual position relative to the size of the overall portfolio? And all of this information is easily available in the fund's fact sheet or through various online sources. With all of this information, you can then make a selection of the best fit debt fund that best suits your own risk appetite and investing time horizon. Do remember, debt funds are an important part of every investor's asset allocation, and you have a variety of debt funds that can meet almost all of your needs in terms of risk and reward and the time horizon that you would like to invest. What is important is that you select the fund that best suits your needs at that point in time. Please stay indoors, stay safe, and stay healthy. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.